What's going on, people? It's Tuesday, the 10th of November, and no particular agenda in mind today. Just want to kind of yak at you and just kind of air my head out a little bit. Music. I will start with music, but like I said, I'm going to kind of ramble. I got a message the other day from Stuart, who runs a store here in town called Recycled Sounds, and I have a bit of history with Stuart. I was on the board of directors of the Nebraska Association for Mental Health with his mom. I just always feel this connection with him. He's an interesting cat. If any of you guys know who I'm talking about, Stuart, you know what I mean. He's a very interesting cat. But anyway, he let me know that he had a bootleg that he thought I might be interested in, and he was right. The Rarest Genesis Live. Now, the thing is, all the tracks on here, some is BBC, and one is from Cleveland, and one from Montreal. I already have these tracks on other bootlegs, but the deal with boots and being a fan is I'm collecting them. So if I can find more bootlegs that I don't have that are reasonable, and he gave me a very nice discount on this, I'll grab it. The pressing on this is actually pretty decent considering it's a boot. He also had out there in his U section this Zev album, the percussionist who used industrial waste products, or is that the right way to put it? Containers, big cylinders, a lot of heavy industrial stuff. SPK and Survival Research Laboratories working in the same area. You know what's cool is I just partially just want this for my collection. It's not the sort of thing I listen to hardly ever, but what I put it on, side 2 was okay, but I flipped it. And son of a gun, side 2 started to work. I listened to the whole thing and got pulled into the trajectory of his performance. I could hear as well as feel the momentum rise to a certain point where, okay, something's happening here. This is good. And then when it goes back down, I was real happy to find that. This one I grabbed, Stuart's a real talker, and it's like anyway, he's blabbing, and I see this record in this pile that he's checking. And I said, I used to have that. I want that. And back when I was a teen, the way that I was able to acquire records was through cutouts. 3 for $1, 75 cents. And there was a time when a lot of small labels, well, maybe it's still going, but small labels were starting up and trying to launch artists. And what you would see is where a lot of these small labels who had no success, their records would all get dumped into cutouts. This is an example of that, the Tonsil Records label. Because I had this when it first cut out, and I hadn't seen it since I got rid of it ages ago. This is country rock, so in fact, now that I have it again, I remember how much I didn't like it. But seeing it in the shop, after all these years of having gotten rid of it a long time ago, one of my first purges, I just said to myself, I want that. Purely for nostalgia's sake, because it's still too country for me. But I don't regret getting it. Now, as I was paying for those and talking to Stuart at the front of the place, his place is slightly a mess, as record stores can be, because he runs it by himself. So there's piles everywhere of stuff he's working on, checking in, and you don't know. And I spotted this on the floor. Sold. It almost felt like this is what I was really why I went out there, was to discover this. Jorge Ben, África, Brazil. A Vinyl Me Please edition with a print. Somebody either is this was sealed, and it's like it's brand new. It's like someone is a Vinyl Me Please member or something, and maybe got this and didn't want it. But this was brand spanking new, and this is a bit of a game changer. Look at that beautiful. Man, I love how Vinyl Me Please. Some of these editions, they really go all out. And this is one of them. This is a bit of a game changer is what I'm trying to say, this album. Uma Baba Rumma. Did I say it right? You know this record even if you don't think you know it. It's one of those records that change things. Kind of like it says here in the book. Similar to when Bob Dylan went electric, this down in Brazil turned some heads when Jorge Ben did this. Now, when I bought this, I didn't know it was going to be on yellow vinyl, so that was a lovely surprise to me. And I want to say this to folks who, some people are but are kind of down on colored vinyl and the whole idea that people who like to collect special editions, it's not real collecting. You know, I don't care about that criticism. It's my collection. It's my fun. And I'm having fun with this colored vinyl. I don't have to have it, but I like it. I like it when it happens that I can find records in different colors at this time of my life. I'm having fun with it. That's what I'm saying, is I'm having fun with it. Pulled this and played this the other day because this is another artist on the label that I signed to, FPE Records. And that's all real. I just, I won't reveal too much, but it's straight business to the point where it's a bit nerve-wracking and I don't like it. I'm not into business and money, but this is real, you know, this is happening. And so a lot of legal stuff, paperwork has gone down in the last day. So it kind of struck me to play this again. Avery Young, Tubman. When the label sent this to me, when it first came out to review it, I was underwhelmed. But mainly the reason why is because of the way the album starts, which I think Mr. Young took a risk by starting his album with the track that he did, because it's the weakest. Now, this is my perspective. I think that in a way, the idea was to start and just start real basic and pull you in, because the second track is like the lights are turned on. It's like, oh wow, this is what's going on. This is pretty good. Very soulful. The guy is a wailing singer, you know. Ow! You know, I can do that stuff. But, you know, if I practiced, I could do almost all of this stuff, you know. That's why I'm not worried, concerned about people who would give me shit about, you ain't black enough. Who the fuck asked you? And how the hell do you know? Bitch. So, this Avery Young it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. It is. And I'm excited about the record deal. I am. It's coming along. Something else that happened unexpectedly this weekend. I've shared with you before. Most cities, Omaha is almost a city. It's a big town, but most cities have awards, panels and stuff for arts and music and stuff. And so Omaha's is called the Omaha Entertainment and Arts Awards, OEAAs. Been going for I don't know how many years, 15 or so years. Over the years, I've been nominated a bunch of times, and I've won 3 times. This year, I got a prompt to watch the nominee reveal party, which happened, I think, Friday night. And sure enough, I got nominated again 3 different times. It feels great because that's not what I'm in this for. I just do my thing. I know I'm good. It's nice that I'm not deluding myself, and the community at large sees what I do. I never solicit for votes. A lot of artists do. They'll actually go public and vote for me, nominate me. You know, OEAs are coming up. Be sure and nominate so-and-so. I don't ever do that. I don't do that. That's not what I'm in it for. I appreciate it when these things happen. That's what I'm saying. So to me, again, it's another testament to I'm just being real and being me, just doing what I do, and it's recognized because it's good. I'm nominated. My band Indreama is nominated for Best Progressive Experimental EDM Band of the Year. Once again, for the third time, my punk rock band RAF is being nominated for Best Punk Rock. We've already won once. And for the second time, I never won this, but for the second time that I remember, possibly third time, I have been nominated for Artist of the Year. It feels good because I don't solicit, somebody notices what I'm doing. It feels great. Now, there was something else I wanted to try and get in here, but it keeps escaping me, so maybe I'll get to it next time, or maybe it's not that important. The last thing I will say is this. Me expressing my opinion directly and honestly is not a reason for any strangers to come by and be snarky. That's not what I'm doing, okay? The snark sounds stupid, and so I always erase it because it's like, what the fuck is your problem, okay? Okay? And it continues, and I do this partially instructed because I know that other folks deal with this stuff, and folks, this is how to do it. Stand your ground. These people are wrong, okay? Bust their asses, okay? Especially gaslighting. I'm getting good with you fucking gaslighters. You think you're clever, always trying to find new ways to be clever. It only lasts for a few seconds, and then it's like, oh, here we go again. Be well, everyone. Lock your shit down. This COVID shit is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just lock it down so we can fucking kill it.